Hi, and welcome everyone. I'm Nikki Porter, the Executive Director of Epilepsy Ottawa. Thank you for joining us for this Mindfulness Meditation Giving Tuesday event. Giving Tuesday is a global movement of giving and volunteering that takes place each year on the Tuesday after Black Friday. People come together to kick off the giving season by rallying around their favorite causes. This year, we decided to host this mindfulness meditation session and discussion in support of a new program that Epilepsy Ottawa provides called Uplift, because this program responds to the particular challenges of 2020. Even when we're not living through a pandemic, about a third of people with epilepsy also have depression and have higher rates of suicide than the general population. The COVID-19 pandemic and social distancing have increased the social isolation that many people with epilepsy already face, and depression and suicide rates overall across the board are increasing. Uplift is a mindfulness-based cognitive behavioral therapy program for people with epilepsy and depression or anxiety. EPLINC, the epilepsy research arm of the Ontario Brain Institute, studied Uplift and found that it reduced depression in people with epilepsy, and that reduction continued even a year after the program's conclusion. What makes it even more relevant for 2020 is that the program was designed to be provided over the phone. So you may be wondering what Uplift is. It's a workshop led by two co-facilitators, Jamie Everett, who's a registered social worker with Epilepsy Ottawa, and an adult living with epilepsy. Groups of 8 participants join the co-facilitators by phone for an hour a week over 8 weeks, and each session builds on the previous week. Participants learn cognitive behavioral therapy techniques and mindfulness meditation techniques to manage their depression, anxiety, and other low moods. Epilepsy Ottawa does not have funding for Uplift. Donations made in 2020 helped us launch the program, but we need your help for this program to continue. Please help us kick off this giving season by supporting Uplift. At the end of this live stream, go to epilepsyottawa.ca/donate to show your support for people with epilepsy and depression. But I'm not just here to encourage you to support this wonderful program and much needed program. In honor of the program's emphasis on mindfulness meditation, I've invited Genevieve Dowling to talk to us about mindfulness meditation and lead us in a session so we can experience it and learn what it's all about. After she leads us in the meditation, we'll have some time to answer questions about mindfulness meditation or about the Uplift program. You can ask your questions in the chat box. Now, without further ado, Genevieve, please join us. Hi, Genevieve. Welcome to our Giving Tuesday event. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Nikki. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here with you today.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into mindfulness meditation and how you practice it?
Absolutely. So I've been in the health and fitness industry for over 10 years. And it was truly when I realized the importance of our mind and being mindful was when I was in India in 2014 doing my yoga teacher training. And I really saw the benefits through struggle when I was learning to still my own mind for over 30 days. And so what I was able to do is bring that practice back to North America with me. And now what I do is I help people find balance in mind, body, and soul by being mindful about daily practices, whether it's their nutrition, whether it is their own meditation and fitness practice, and truly just allowing people to evolve into the greatest version of themselves by being aware of themselves. And so that's a little bit about what I do.
Can you tell us about mindfulness, what that means?
So it's a term that we hear all the time, right? And mindfulness is really about maintaining a moment-to-moment awareness of our own thoughts, of our own feelings, of our own body sensations, our environment. And I think we can both agree that there's so much distraction in the world we live in today. We're constantly being pulled in different directions, and it gets very easy to get wrapped up in our own mind. Our brains as human beings are incredible. I think we can both agree. Yet what happens is that we get into this cycle so often where we're overthinking, overdoing, and we forget to connect with ourselves. So really what it is when we practice mindfulness, we're practicing the art of creating space for ourselves, a space to think, a space to breathe, a space between ourselves and our reactions, so that we can truly make choice of how we show up in the world, how we react, and learn that we have full control over every emotion, every sensation, and every feeling that presents itself to us.
Excellent. Now, how does that connect with meditation? What is mindfulness meditation?
So if you think about it, so mindfulness and meditation, they really do embody a lot of the same things, yet mindfulness is the idea of learning how to be fully present and engaged in the moment, okay? And what we're doing in that is becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings without a distraction or judgment. And this is something that we can truly do at all times of the day. And it's about paying attention, right? It's about noticing and being present in whatever it is that you're doing. And meditation is very similar, and that's why we can connect the two so often. Yet meditation is really an intentional practice. So we go into a meditation most of the time with a certain idea or concept or intention that we want to experience or fulfill, whether it's our breath, whether it's a mantra-based meditation, visualization. There's so many different areas that we can go into that intentional practice. Yet mindfulness is truly about connecting with ourselves in that moment. And when we connect mindfulness and meditation together, what it's doing is it's supporting and enriching our ability to be mindful in everyday life, whether it's brushing our teeth, whether it's eating, whether it's just taking a walk or driving. It gives us the tools to come back to our center, to come back to our breath, so that any point in our day when we're feeling that we may be reacting or emotional, we learn how to tune into that. And something that I've noticed so often is we have this concept of being selfless, okay? And through that concept, so often when we take time for ourselves, we feel guilt or shame. And when we take time for ourselves, we always feel like there's all these other things that we should be doing. Yet, if we don't learn how to fill our own cup first, and if we don't learn what our emotions are trying to teach us and tell us in different moments, then we truly can't serve anyone else in our lives. And so that's one thing that's really beautiful about mindful meditation is you can do it for 30 seconds, you can do it for 5 minutes, you can do it as long as you want. And it's giving yourselves permission to be selfish so that you can do more for everyone and everything around you.
Great. Now you're about to lead us in a session. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect?
Absolutely. So I think that the thing I would love for you to share with you is that mindfulness and stillness is not something that comes naturally for all of us, especially with the many distractions that are out there and technology. During this pandemic, during this time of uncertainty and chaos, it's been such an amazing thing that we've been able to transition onto technology. We can reach people around the world, yet it also is really alienating us from a normal day-to-day sensation of exhilaration, of feeling that love from other people. And so it gets very easy to step away from a practice of going inwards. And so what I would like to share today is just a really simple tool. I call it to be in the now. And we're just going to be really sitting into our own selves and breathing, staying aware of our breath and becoming aware of the sensations, the noises, the feelings around us. Very simple and something that everyone can come back to at any point of their day where things might be going too fast or getting away from them. And the beauty about this is when we start to practice, because everything comes with practice, including mindfulness. Practice, and I let go of perfectionism, because perfectionism is truly what keeps us away from even trying. And so in this session today, we're going to learn how to check in with ourselves to regain balance and control. Anxiety comes from living in the future based on something that's happened in the past. And so do you see how it correlates to mindfulness about being in the now? So if we can notice, and that's taking radical responsibility, which I know is really overwhelming for people sometimes, but because when we can go, okay, I'm being reactionary, I'm overwhelmed, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, whatever the emotions are, it's learning how to unattach from them and not be judgmental, because you, as a beautiful divine human being, are given the gifts of emotions, of feelings, of sensations for a reason. They are telling us something. And the only way we can learn to tune into them is when we learn to tune into ourselves. And so we're going to be coming back to the present moment and just really enjoying being with ourselves, because it's truly a beautiful gift when we can realize that the love we have for ourselves, the time we put into ourselves, is going to vibrate and create a ripple effect into everything we do.
Wonderful. I'm very excited to start. So I'm going to disappear for a moment, not to distract you, but I'm really looking forward to doing this meditation with you.
Thank you, Nikki. And for all of you who are joining me on this meditation today, I would just love to say how incredibly amazing you are, because when we go into these practices, we're making the decision to rewire our brain. And what that means is 90% of 95 or more, I don't even know, I think it's somewhere around there, of the behaviors we do run on autopilot. And this is your fast brain. And so by taking the next 5 minutes to really sit into the present moment, you're creating new neural pathways in your own brain and reteaching yourself how to live in a more mindful, calm space. So all I ask is that if wherever you are, seated, laying down, is just to take a moment to get comfortable. I'm going to be keeping my eyes open during this because I do have a script that I'm going to share with you in this group afterwards. Yet during this meditation, I will ask you, if you're comfortable, to close down your eyes. So, taking a moment to get comfortable. If you are sitting, I recommend placing your feet nice and firmly on the ground, connecting to the earth beneath you, which is instantly going to ground you into this present moment. We're going to start with our eyes open with a soft focus. So wherever it is that you're looking, just a soft focus, not forcing anything. You already have all the abilities to do this within you. It's just about surrendering to this moment. With this soft focus and your eyes open, I invite you to become aware of the space around you. Taking a nice deep inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep breathing. And as you breathe, feeling your body expand. Every time you exhale, feel the sensation of your body softening. And with your next out breath, I invite you to close down the eyes. And taking an inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. As you close your eyes, take a moment to pause, to appreciate the feeling of being on your own for just a few moments. You have nothing to do, just feeling the weight of your own body pressing down into your seated position and appreciating the sense of space. Start noticing the environment around you, any sounds that you may hear, allowing these sounds to come and go. Just like any thoughts that come into your mind, allowing them to come in and just as easily to go. Bringing your attention into your body. Take a moment to notice how the body feels. Maybe a sense of heaviness or lightness, a sense of stillness or movement. Not thinking about this feeling or attaching to it, just noticing and then letting it go. Shifting your attention to your breath, feeling the rising and the falling of your body. Starting to notice the rhythm of your breath. And in this moment, if you can't feel any movement, maybe gently placing your hand on your stomach. With each inhale, feeling that breath, the rising of the stomach, fueling your body, pulling it all the way up through your chest and into your shoulders, allowing that breath to truly fill every inch of your being. And as you exhale, feeling your body sink even more into the present moment, releasing anything that no longer serves you in this moment. And although we are following the breath in and out, I invite you to pay special attention to the out breath, the exhale. And each time you do, using it to release any inner chatter, letting go of any inner tension in the body, allowing this breath to bring you back to this present moment, creating space, creating stillness, and creating fulfillment within your heart. As you continue to breathe, letting go and feeling a sense of space, space in the mind, space in the body. There's no need to breathe in any specific way. Just following the body as you inhale and exhale. Allowing each inhale and exhale to be where you focus your mind. Tuning in to your body through breath. And as you continue to breathe, enjoying that feeling, appreciating the feeling of space with each and every breath. You are worthy and deserving of this space that you are creating for yourself. And as you begin to bring the attention back to your body again, feeling the connection with your body once again, the connection to the ground through your feet, the connection with your sits bones to your chair. I invite you to scan through the sensations you feel in your body once again. Maybe your shoulders have dropped a little bit further away from your ears. Perhaps you feel more expansion in your heart space. Perhaps you feel lightness through your legs. Whatever it is, noticing and then letting it go. I invite you to become aware of the space around you again. Perhaps back to any sounds that you may be hearing. Allowing the space around you, the temperature, the sounds, the feelings, just slowly bring you back in to this moment, back to your body, back to your day, back to the now. Bringing this calmness and stillness and newfound space with you for the rest of your day, and knowing that at any time you can easily come back to this space just by shutting down your eyes and focusing on your breath. And whenever you are ready, coming back to the room and gently opening your eyes up again.
Thank you, Genevieve. I not only feel more relaxed, I feel somehow more ready to take on the day. I feel somehow rejuvenated. So thank you very much for that.
You're so welcome.
For me, because of the experience I just had where I am feeling now ready to take on the day, it made me wonder, is there a time of day that's better for meditation, morning or evening, or some other time?
It's a question that gets asked to me quite often. I truly believe, for myself anyways, I'm going to speak through my experience, that in the mornings, for those of people who know me, know that I'm not really a morning person, yet if I take a few moments to be mindful in the morning, it sets the tone for everything. And that people sometimes think that they have to like buy certain things or have a space created or do something in order to achieve that. Yet, even just not looking at your phone for the first half hour of the day and being mindful about each step you take. So for me, my routine is being mindful from the moment I wake up to make my coffee, to brush my teeth, and then I sit, even if it's 30 seconds to a minute, before I allow any other noise from the outside world to come into my reality. And what that's doing is, through mindfulness, you're actually setting the tone of what's important for you to that day and not reacting to other people. This type of meditation, I truly believe, is beneficial anytime. There's so much anxiety and fear and uncertainty right now. And I will be honest, there are days where even when I'm sitting in my car before I go into a store, I shut down my eyes and breathe for a few moments. So I don't think there's a specific time, yet starting your day with awareness of yourself is so beneficial. And if you're into meditation and really taking an intentional meditation, for myself personally, I absolutely love it at nighttime. I find it closes my day off really well, and it sets me into a really nice, calm space to sleep.
That's great. You mentioned earlier that you could even practice mindfulness brushing your teeth and in these day-to-day activities. So without the meditation piece, what would you do? And just using brushing your teeth as an example, to be mindful, what does that mean, to be mindful of brushing your teeth or other activities?
Absolutely. So for brushing your teeth, right? I mean, how many times have you gotten into your car to go somewhere and you get to the end destination and you actually don't even remember the drive, right?
Many.
And so that's the same with brushing your teeth. How often do we just brush our teeth? And so what happens is we're allowing the autopilot part of our brain to take over, right? And so what we can do is, when you can be present in that moment, brushing your teeth, even when all you focus on is brushing your teeth, what does it feel like? What does your toothpaste taste like, right? How do you feel while doing it? So when you can be present in such a small activity, you're actually teaching your brain to be in the present moment. And what I find is, what happens when you're in the present moment, even for the smallest things, you have so much more gratitude, right? Anxiety and fear have a really hard time coexisting with gratitude. How grateful are we that we have a way to clean our teeth, for fresh water to rinse our mouth? The littlest things become more special when we can be in the moment for those tasks.
And that's fascinating. And it seems that in addition to gratitude, when you're in the moment, your mind's not spinning off in that anxiety, in that stress. So it gives you some space from it too. I would assume. I'm not.
Absolutely. Our mind creates loop patterns so often, and it's there to keep us safe. Obviously, if you're in the woods and you see a bear, right, that natural autopilot instinct, your ego, your fight or flight, whatever it is that you want to call it, that is there to keep you safe. Yet when we live that way in every moment of life and we're reacting, we are allowing our stress levels to rise so much. And when we're in that stress mode, we tend to start playing games with ourselves. We tend to overthink situations. We tend to attach meaning to other people's perceptions. And so when we can slow down the brain and go, oh, I feel something in my stomach right now. Maybe that's telling me that this isn't a good place for me. It's little gut instincts that we become more aware of when we actually take the time to focus back onto our own selves and our own body. And the brain and the mind are so powerful, yet only when we teach it what to do. Our mind will do anything we say. And so when we're mindful, we start noticing even the way we speak to ourselves. Maybe when you're brushing your teeth next time, look in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love yourself. It's not easy. It's not easy to look at yourself in the mirror, yet these moments of mindfulness allow you to connect and to love yourself even more. And by loving yourself more, you can love others even more.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Genevieve, for joining us today. That's all the time we have for today, but I really appreciate that you taking the time to help us with this and to show us one of the techniques that's used in the Uplift program. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining us. If you're an adult with epilepsy and you're interested in the Uplift program, we are launching 2 groups in January 2021. One will be in the afternoon during a weekday, and the other will be a weekday evening. So you can find out more information about that and start the registration process by visiting our website, epilepsyottawa.ca. And in February 2021, we are planning to launch an Uplift group for parents and caregivers of people with epilepsy. So we haven't planned the details of that one yet. So keep checking our Facebook page and our website, epilepsyottawa.ca, to find out more about what's coming up with that. And finally, thank you for joining us and helping us kick off the giving season. If you would like to start the giving season by supporting people with epilepsy and depression, please visit epilepsyottawa.ca/donate to make a donation to support the Uplift program. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Genevieve, again.